This is Action News Sports Sunday, sponsored by Audi.
How about Rhys to the rescue? Welcome to Sports Sunday. I'm Jeff Skversky. Man, oh man, did the Phillies miss Rhys Hoskins or what? They lost 7 games in the standings and their first place lead when their first baseman went down a few weeks ago. But in his return today, Hoskins reminds us just how good this team can be when healthy. Hoskins is happy to be back from his groin injury today in San Diego, and so are the Phils. What a first impression in his first game back. How about the solo shot in the 4th, tying it up? Phils would get 3 in the inning. In the 5th, how about Hoskins again in his next at bat? Are you kidding me? His team leading 26th. He also leads them in RBIs, picking up right where he left off. Hats off to Hoskins. He needs 2 of those today. And oh, by the way, get Odubel Herrera a hat. How about this in the 7th? Herrera goes deep. He's heating up, drives in 3 runs today. Later in the 7th, JT Realmuto now needs a hat. Bye-bye other way. 2-run shot. Phil's homer 4 times. They go on to win 7-4. It's their first series win in weeks. The last time Hoskins played. And now that he's back, he knows they're in for a fight for the playoffs.
It's going to be competitive as can be. Yeah, we obviously understand where we're at. We understand that the teams that are ahead of us are also pretty competitive teams too. But at the end of the day, I think if we take care of business, we'll probably find ourselves where we want to be at the end of the year.
How about the Hoskins effect? They're 7 games over 500 with him, 5 under without him. But despite the win, the Phillies remain 5 games back in the NL East because the Red Hot Braves have won 9 straight. Now, to make room for Hoskins today, the Phillies send third baseman Alec Bohm down to AAA to work on his game. Bohm is 1 for his last 17 at the plate with 7 strikeouts, including 3 on Friday night. Bohm, by the way, also has the worst fielding percentage among third basemen in baseball. I asked Hoskins his advice for the struggling Bohm.
Yeah, I just told him, look, everybody knows the talent that you have. Sometimes you just need a little reset button. Sometimes that looks differently, and sometimes you end up back down in the minor leagues, but everybody here knows that it's not going to be for long.
Let's hope not. All right, Eagles now. The Birds open the season 3 weeks from today in Atlanta. Can you wait? Today they're back on the field indoors. The weather, of course, canceling their open practice for fans at the link. But everyone will be happy to see this. Jalen Hurts back on the field. Here's Hurts back at practice tonight. After going to the hospital Thursday, head coach Nick Sirianni says Hurts and the Eagles had a great high-energy practice tonight, and Hurts could use the extra work after missing the Patriots preseason game with that stomach infection.
Just resting his body as you would with any illness and getting himself back. He went through walkthrough yesterday, recovering his body, and obviously he was out there and slinging it around today at practice.
Has it changed your calculus at all about this upcoming preseason game as it applies to playing him and maybe a couple of the other starters?
Again, that's going to be something that we evaluate every day. I'd hate to give you an answer and then it not play out. So that's something that's under constant evaluation. We're going to see how the work goes against the Jets and make a decision after that.
You could hear it in Sirianni's voice today. Still not happy the way they looked in Thursday's blowout against New England. But here's the good news. They were missing a ton of starters. They still have 3 weeks until the opener and another week of joint practices, this time against the Jets. Coming up, hopefully it'll be enough to get them ready.
Are we where we want to be right now? No, because we got 3 more weeks to go until we get there, and we're anticipating ourselves getting better every single day. And that's been the players' motto, and my motto is like, hey, your rent's due. I know Jalen said that your rent's due every day, and when you pay your rent every day, you get better every day.
They say it's not always as bad as it looks, and it's not always as good as it looks. So it's always just continuing to learn. No matter how the situation goes, there's always something to take from it in terms of getting better and getting 1% better each day.
Yeah, Sirianni stressing to the Eagles get 1% better every single day. All right, we're not done talking Eagles. We'll talk to ESPN's Sal Paolantonio about the hot topics from the Sirianni debate, whether or not Hurts should play in that preseason finale. We'll talk about that next and more. Still to come on Sports Sunday, the Eagles will be happy about this. Carson Wentz is close to returning to the Colts. First, our play of the week from the Little League World Series, Upper Providence left fielder Blaze DeSanto. Diving catch, got it. Too bad the kids from Oaks are coming home. Great catch there. They were eliminated last night in Williamsport.
Sports Sunday, sponsored by your Delaware Valley Audi dealers. Go confidently with legendary Quattro all-wheel drive. Action News Sports Sundays Beat the Spread is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. More ways to win.
Eagles open in Atlanta in 3 weeks. So how many wins do you think they'll have? The latest over-under 6.5 wins for your Eagles. Nick Sirianni doesn't beat around the bush tonight. The Eagles are not where they want to be, at least right now. And a big decision looms. Do you play Jalen Hurts Friday against the Jets to get him another game under his belt, but you potentially risk injury there? Or do you just let him practice against the Jets this week up in Newton, North Jersey, and call it a day? Sirianni says the decision will be made by the front office as well as the head coach. I talked about Hurts and more with ESPN's Sal Paolantonio. Would you like to see him play in the final preseason game against the Jets? Have you seen enough from Jalen Hurts to say he is ready for the opener against Atlanta?
Even if he had played on Thursday night, I definitely would have wanted to see him still against the Jets coming up on Friday night. And I want to see how he does, how much he does against the Jets in these practices coming up in Florham Park at the Jets facility. I think this Sirianni offense is a work in progress, and how Jalen Hurts fits into it. Sirianni has preached to him, I want you to be a pocket passer, timing and rhythm and the ball out quickly. And right now, Jalen Hurts is trying to figure out how that's going to work within the structure of what he likes to do, which is run with the football.
They have been working with him on getting that ball out quicker, and it's been a slow progression, but are you convinced that Hurts is ready for Atlanta?
I'm not yet, and it has been slow, and in my opinion, too slow. Remember, he had last year limited time, 4 games, small sample, Jeff, I get it, but snap to release was 3.1 seconds. That was the highest of any player in the NFL last year, any quarterback. He's got to get that down.
Are you concerned by what you saw Thursday night? Look, they didn't have a lot of starters. Obviously, Jalen Hurts, Brandon Graham, Fletcher Cox, a lot of guys are not playing. Ugly game, sloppy. Are you concerned about this football team, or do you say, Sal, it's preseason. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
If you listen to Nick Sirianni Thursday night after the game, he was concerned. He wants his team to compete all the time. That has been his mantra since he got the job in the early spring. And they had a good day on Monday against the Patriots in practice. Tuesday, they dropped back a little bit. They competed hard, but the Patriots started to really impose their will, especially the 2 quarterbacks. and then, getting waxed 35-0. The Eagles media guide only goes back in preseason scores to 1995. They've never lost this bad in a preseason game in 26 years. This is the worst preseason loss in over a quarter century.
Nick Sirianni's been very vocal since taking over as head coach. He's not afraid to call a player out. How do you think he has taken command of this football team with the regular season just 3 weeks away?
I think he is trying to feel out his leadership style. The bottom line, Jeff, it comes down to how he coaches Jalen Hurts or whoever the starting quarterback is.
Are you saying it's going to be someone else?
No, I'm just saying that, it's a 17-game season. The relationship between the head coach and the quarterback is the most important. And right now, to me, when I look at it, it's a work in progress, and it needs to get ironed out between now and when they go to Atlanta week 1.
Let's hope they iron it out. Sal and I both agree. If there's one positive from Thursday's ugly preseason game against the Patriots, rookie Devontae Smith, he settled in after looking antsy. Smith was fast off the line of scrimmage, and as Smith has said all along, he needs all the reps he can get right now as he's a little behind. All right, former Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz, he'll return to Colts practice tomorrow after going down with a foot injury late last month. This is good news for the Eagles. Remember, they get a first-round pick from Indy if he plays 75% of their snaps or plays 70% of their snaps, and the Colts make the playoffs. Tom's River East remains alive in the Little League World Series. They play again Tuesday. Today, Team New Jersey hanging out with the Indians and Angels, who play up there tonight on Sunday Night Baseball. Millville native and Angels superstar Mike Trout making a pit stop in Williamsport. Trout hanging out with the kids at the Little League World Series. What a thrill. Trout himself, by the way, wishes he could have played up there as a kid and represent New Jersey. He's impressed with his first trip up there.
Wow. Pretty upset at myself I didn't make it here when I was a kid. It's amazing. Looking forward to obviously the day.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Looks crazy on TV. It looks even more crazy right now.
Right.
He wanted to play up there in that game between the Angels and Indians, but he remains out with the calf injury. That is it for Action News Sports Sunday. I'm Jeff Skversky. We'll see you next week. Good night, everyone.